सामीन, आपने शम्सुल उलमा मौलवी मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद का नाम बखूबी सुना होगा। वो उर्दू के नामवर अदीब व इंशा परदाज हैं। उन्हें जदीद उर्दू नस्र और नज़्म का बानी कहा जाता है। वो 10 जून 1830 को दिल्ली में पैदा हुए। उनके वालिद का नाम मौलवी मोहम्मद बाकर देहलवी था, जो अपने ज़माने में दिल्ली के एक शोहरत याफ्ता आलिम, मजहबी रहनुमा और मशहूर सहाफ़ी भी थे। मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद का नाम उनके वालिद के दोस्त, उर्दू के अच्छे शायर ज़ौक़ देहलवी ने मोहम्मद हुसैन रखा था। आगे चलकर मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद ने ज़ौक़ देहलवी की शागिर्दी अख्तियार की और अपना तखल्लुस आज़ाद रखा, और इस तरह वो उर्दू अदब में मौलवी मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद के नाम से मशहूर हुए। आपको मालूम होगा कि मौलवी मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद सिर्फ 4 बरस के थे तो उनकी अम्मी का इंतकाल हो गया था। इसलिए उनकी परवरिश उनकी फूफी ने की थी। मौलवी मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद ने जो इब्तदाई तालीम है, अरबी और फ़ारसी की तालीम जो उस ज़माने में मुरव्वज थी, वो अपने वालिद से हासिल की। फिर अपने वालिद के मशवरे से उन्होंने दिल्ली कॉलेज में दाखिला लिया और आज़ाद को दौरान तालीम वजीफ़ा यानी स्कॉलरशिप मिलता रहा, और बेहतरीन मज़ामीन लिखने के लिए उन्होंने इनामात भी हासिल किए। सामीन, मौलवी मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद ने तालीम मुकम्मल करके अखबार और प्रेस के काम में अपने वालिद का हाथ बटाना, ताउन करना, हेल्प करना शुरू किया। मौलवी मोहम्मद बाकर को उर्दू अदब में 2 वजहों की बिना पर बहुत ज़्यादा जाना जाता है। एक तो ये कि मौलवी मोहम्मद बाकर ने दिल्ली का पहला हफ्त रोज़ा उर्दू अखबार दिल्ली उर्दू अखबार के नाम से निकाला। दूसरी ये कि 1857 की नाकाम जंग आज़ादी के बाद हक बात कहने के जुर्म में अंग्रेज़ों ने मौलवी मोहम्मद बाकर पर गलत इल्ज़ाम लगाकर उन्हें शहीद कर दिया, और वह उर्दू के अव्वलीन शहीद सहाफ़ी कहलाए। सामीन, 1857 का वाक़या एक गैर मामूली वाक़या था। 1857 की जंग आज़ादी में मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद का घर बार लुट गया। बड़ी मुश्किल से जान बचाकर वो बेसरो सामानी की हालत में अहले खाना के साथ दिल्ली से हिजरत करके लखनऊ पहुंचे। लखनऊ के मुख्तसर क़याम के दौरान आपने यानी मौलवी मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद ने मीर अनीस, मिर्ज़ा दबीर, मीर कल्लू अर्श और दूसरे मशाहिर अदब से मुलाकात की। انہوں نے جلد ہی لکھنؤ سے انہوں نے دکن کا رخ کیا اور کچھ دنوں تک مدراس میں قیام کیا، پھر بمبئی چلے گئے اور وہاں سے مالوا ہوتے ہوئے پنجاب پہنچے، جہاں انہوں نے اپنے اہل خانہ یعنی گھر والوں کو بھی بلا لیا۔ 1861 میں وہ لاہور چلے گئے، کچھ دنوں تک پوسٹ آفس میں کام کیا، پھر محکمہ تعلیم میں یعنی ایجوکیشن ڈپارٹمنٹ میں ملازمت مل گئی۔ ملکہ وکٹوریہ کے 50 سالہ جشن تاج پوشی کے موقع پر ان کی ادبی خدمات یعنی لٹریری کنٹریبیوشن کا اعتراف کرتے ہوئے انہیں 1887 میں انہیں شمس العلماء کا خطاب دیا گیا، جس طرح آج کے زمانے میں پدم شری یا پدم بھوشن کا ایوارڈ دیا جاتا ہے یا خطاب دیا جاتا ہے۔ ملازمت سے سبکدوش ہونے کے بعد، ریٹائر ہونے کے بعد ان کی طبیعت ناساز رہنے لگی یعنی بیمار رہنے لگی۔ 16 اکتوبر 1889 سے وہ مسلسل یعنی کنٹینیو بیمار رہنے لگے اور 22 جنوری 1910 کو لاہور میں نصف شب یعنی آدھی رات کو وہ اس دنیا سے رخصت ہو گئے۔ سامعین، آپ کو پتہ ہوگا کہ مولوی محمد حسین آزاد اردو ادب میں، اردو لٹریچر میں، ساہتیہ میں ہمہ جہت شخصیت کے مالک ہیں۔ وہ نقاد، مورخ اور نثر نگار ہونے کے ساتھ ساتھ شاعر بھی ہیں۔ انہیں جدید اردو نظم کا بنیاد گزار کہا جاتا ہے، کیونکہ انہوں نے حال ہی کے ساتھ مل کر فطری شاعری کی بنیاد رکھی اور اپنی شعری تخلیقات سے اسے ایک نیا موڑ دیا۔ حالانکہ مولوی محمد حسین آزاد کی ابتدائی شاعری بھی روایتی شاعری کے رنگ میں ہے، لیکن مولوی محمد حسین آزاد کو 1857 کے بعد کے بدلے ہوئے حالات میں بہت جلد وقت کی نزاکت کا احساس ہوا اور وہ نئی شاعری یعنی جدید نظم نگاری کی طرف مائل ہوئے اور اس کی بنیاد رکھی۔ محمد حسین آزاد نے دوسرے شعراء کو بھی جدید طرز کی نظمیں کہنے پر راغب کیا۔ اس مقصد کے لیے انہوں نے کرنل ہال رائٹ کے تعاون سے بزم ادب انجمن پنجاب کی بنیاد ڈالی، جس میں قومی اور اخلاقی یعنی نیشنل اور ایتھیکل تھیمز پہ، قومی اور اخلاقی موضوعات پر نظمیں پڑھی جاتی تھیں۔ اس کا مقصد اردو شاعری کی اصلاح اور ترقی تھا۔ آپ جانتے ہوں گے بزم ادب انجمن پنجاب میں शुआरा को मिसरे की जगह उन्वान दिया जाता था और उसी उन्वान के तहत नज़्में लिखने के लिए कहा जाता था। यहीं से जदीद उर्दू नज़्म निगारी का आगाज़ हुआ, जिसका सेहरा यानी क्रेडिट मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद और हाली के सर जाता है। सामीन, आप जानते हैं कि मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद ने उर्दू में नेचुरल शायरी की बुनियाद डाली, इसलिए उन्हें उर्दू शायरी का स्कॉट भी कहा जाता है। मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद ने उर्दू नज़्म निगारी में लिसानी ज़ोर आजमाई से काम लिया और फितरी मनाजिर, जो नेचुरल सीन है, फितरी मनाजिर की पेशकश पर जोर दिया। उन्होंने उर्दू नज़्म में मौज़ूआत यानी थीम और हैयत यानी स्टाइल दोनों सतह पर नए तजुर्बे किए। उन्होंने उर्दू शायरी को राह रास्त पर लाने के लिए, राह रास्त पर लाने की कोशिश में बहुत सी अहम नज़में लिखी। सामीन, आप जानते होंगे कि मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद ने अपनी नज़्म गोई के ज़रिए जदीद नज़्म निगारी को फ़रोग़ ज़रूर दिया, लेकिन फ़न्नी एतबार से, आर्टिस्टिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखा जाए तो उनकी नज़मों में वो फ़लसफ़ियाना उमुक़ यानी फ़िलोसफिकल डेप्थ और वो गहराई नहीं है। उनका लहजा एक सा रहता है। फ़ारसी शायरी के मनफी असरात का जिक्र करने के बावजूद उनकी शायरी पर फ़ारसी शायरी का बहुत असर मिलता है। मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद की नज़्म निगारी में हुब्बुल वतनी और मुल्की हालात यानी मुल्क हिंदुस्तान के जो हालात उस वक्त थे 1857 के बाद, हुब्बुल वतनी और मुल्की हालात नुमाया मकाम रखते हैं। मंजर निगारी बहुत दिलकश है, अट्रैक्टिव है, लताफत और नज़ाकत के साथ जोश व वलवला भी मिलता है, लेकिन दाखिली कैफियत, जो अंदरूनी कैफियत इंसान की होती हैं, वो कम मिलती है। रियायत लफ्ज़ी की पाबंदी और हकीकी मनाजिर की जो तख़य्युली पेशकश मिलती है, लेकिन क़ल्ब की यानी दिल की जो अमीक और नाजुक कैफियत उनमें नहीं मिलती। मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद की नज़मों का एक बड़ा ऐब उनकी तिबालत यानी तवील और लंबा होना है। मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद पुरशिकोह ज़बान का इस्तेमाल ज़रूर करते हैं, लेकिन वो तरतीब का ख्याल, सीक्वेंस का ख्याल नहीं रखते, जिसकी वजह से रवानी ख़त्म हो जाती है, जो फ्लो है वो ख़त्म हो जाता है और शेर में नाहमवारी और सुस्ती पैदा हो जाती है। बाज़ जगह उनका अंदाज बहुत सादा और बेरंग हो जाता है, फीका हो जाता है, लेकिन आम तौर पर उन्होंने ادیبانہ انداز اپنایا ہے۔ محمد حسین آزاد بہت بڑے یا اچھے نظم گو نہیں ہیں، لیکن ان کی نظم نگاری اس لحاظ سے اہم ہے کہ انہوں نے نئے طرز نیو اسٹائل کی بنیاد رکھی۔ ان کا یہ کارنامہ ہمیشہ یاد رکھا جائے گا کہ انہوں نے مخالفت کے باوجود اردو شاعری کو روایتی مضامین یعنی عشق و عاشقی، گل و بلبل جو اس زمانے کے موضوعات تھے، مبالغہ اور تکلف و تصنع کی قید سے باہر نکالا اور اپنی نظم گوئی کے ذریعے نئی طرز شاعری کو مقبول عام کیا اور اردو نظم کو ایک نئی راہ پر گامزن کیا۔ خود ستائی، دربار اکبری، دوستی، محنت کرو، ایک تارے کا عاشق، جسے چاہو سمجھ لو، مبارکباد، جشن جبلی، سلام علیک اور معرفت الہی وغیرہ ان کی مشہور نظم ہے۔ ان کی ایک مشہور نظم ہے محنت کرو۔ اس نظم کو آپ سنیے، کتنی اچھی نظم ہے امتحان سر پر کھڑا، محنت کرو محنت کرو، جیسا کہ ابھی ایگزام بھی چل رہا ہے، تو اس کانٹیکس میں یہ نظم کتنا معنی خیز ہے، میننگ فل ہے امتحان سر پر کھڑا، محنت کرو محنت کرو، باندھو کمر بیٹھے ہو کیا، محنت کرو محنت کرو، بے شک پڑھائی ہے سوا اور وقت ہے تھوڑا رہا، ہے ایسی مشکل بات کیا، محنت کرو محنت کرو، شکوے شکایت جو کہ تھے تم نے کہے ہم نے سنے، جو کچھ ہوا اچھا ہوا، محنت کرو محنت کرو، محنت کرو انعام لو، انعام پر اکرام لو، جو چاہو گے مل جائے گا، محنت کرو محنت کرو، جو بیٹھ جائیں ہار کر کہہ دو انہیں للکار کر، ہمت کا کوڑا مار کر، محنت کرو محنت کرو، تدبیریں ساری کہہ چکے، باتوں کے دریا بہہ چکے، بک بک سے اب کیا فائدہ، محنت کرو محنت کرو، یہ بیج اگر ڈالو گے تم، دل سے اسے پالو گے تم، دیکھو گے پھر اس کا مزہ، محنت کرو محنت کرو، محنت جو کی جی توڑ کر، ہر شوق سے منہ موڑ کر، کر دو گے دم میں فیصلہ، محنت کرو محنت کرو۔ کتنی حسین نظم ہے۔ کھیتی ہو یا سوداگری، ہو بھیک ہو یا چاکری، سب کا سبق یکساں سنا، محنت کرو محنت کرو، جس دن بڑے تم ہو گئے دنیا کے دھندوں میں پھنسے، پڑھنے کی پھر فرصت کجا، محنت کرو محنت کرو، بچپن رہا کس کا سدا، انجام کو سوچو ذرا، یہ تو کہو کھاؤ گے کیا، محنت کرو محنت کرو۔ سامعین، اس نظم میں محمد حسین آزاد نے طالب علموں کو محنت کرنے کا درس دیا ہے۔ پہلے شعر میں وہ طالب علموں کو مخاطب کر کے کہہ رہے ہیں کہ امتحان کے دن قریب آ رہے ہیں، جتنی زیادہ محنت کر سکتے ہو کر لو، बैठ कर वक्त बर्बाद करने से कुछ नहीं होगा, बल्कि डट कर मेहनत करनी होगी। दूसरे शेर में मोहम्मद हुसैन आज़ाद कहते हैं कि मुझे मालूम है कि सबक बहुत ज़्यादा है और आपके पास वक्त बहुत कम बचा है, लेकिन ये भी कोई मुश्किल बात नहीं है। वक्त की कमी का रोना रोने के बजाय बेहतर है कि आपके पास जो वक्त है उसका इस्तेमाल करें और इम्तिहान की तैयारी में अपनी मेहनत सर्फ करें। तीसरे शेर में आज़ाद अपने शागिर्दों को मुखातब करके कह रहे हैं कि तुम्हें अपने असातिज़ा से जो भी शिकायतें हैं उसे ये सोचकर भूल जाओ कि जो भी हुआ अच्छे के लिए हुआ, और तमाम बातों को भूलकर अपनी मेहनत पढ़ाई में लगाओ। चौथे शेर में शायर का कहना है कि जिस चीज़ को भी तुम हासिल करना चाहते हो उसके लिए मेहनत करो, वो चीज़ ज़रूर तुम्हें हासिल होगी। मेहनत के नतीजे ही में इनाम व इकराम से नवाजे जाओगे, इसलिए कभी मेहनत करने से पीछे नहीं होना। पांचवी शेर में शायर ने इस बात का इजहार किया है कि सिर्फ खुद मेहनत नहीं करो, बल्कि जो मायूस होकर बैठ गए हैं उनको भी हिम्मत दो, मोटिवेट करो और मेहनत करने के लिए फिर से तैयार करो। उन्हें भी जोश दिलाने की जरूरत है। छठे शेर में शायर कह रहा है कि सारी तदबीरें आजमा ली, बातों में वक्त जाया कर लिया, और मजीद अब बातें करने से कोई फायदा नहीं, बल्कि कामयाबी अगर हासिल करनी है तो मेहनत करना जरूरी है। सातवीं शेर में इस बात का एहसास दिलाया जा रहा है कि अगर तुम अपने दिल में मेहनत का बीज डाल लोगे और मेहनत करोगे तो इसका फल बहुत ही मीठा होगा, बहुत मजे का होगा। आठवीं शेर में शायर कह रहा है कि अपने शौक को एक तरफ रखकर जी जान से मेहनत करने वाले को फौरन अच्छा नतीजा हासिल होता है, क्योंकि मेहनत कभी जाया नहीं होती। नवीं शेर में शायर का कहना है कि छोटा बड़ा किसी भी तरह का काम हो, उसमें कामयाबी हासिल करने के लिए, उसमें सक्सेस होने के लिए मेहनत करना, परिश्रम करना जरूरी है। याद रखो, जितनी ज्यादा मेहनत करोगे उसका नतीजा, उसका रिजल्ट उतना ही अच्छा होगा। 10वीं शेर में आजाद तालिबे इल्मों से कह रहे हैं कि अभी तुम्हारे पास वक्त है। जाहिर सी बात है, स्टूडेंट लाइफ में पढ़ाई के अलावा कोई काम नहीं होता है। तो इस सियाक में शायर कह रहा है कि अभी तुम्हारे पास वक्त है, पढ़ाई के लिए जितनी मेहनत कर सकते हो करो, वरना बड़े होकर तुम्हें दूसरे कामों से फुर्सत नहीं मिलेगी। हजारों तरह के امور ہزاروں طرح کے کام اور مشکلات کھڑی ہوں گی، اور تم چاہ کر بھی کچھ پڑھنا ممکن نہیں ہوگا۔ 11ویں اور نظم کے آخری شعر میں محمد حسین آزاد طالب علموں کو اس بات سے آگاہ کر رہے ہیں کہ یہ جو بچپن ہے، اسٹوڈنٹ لائف ہے، جو بچپنا ہے، یہ ہمیشہ نہیں رہے گا۔ جوانی آئے گی، پھر بڑھاپا آئے گا، تو وقت بہت تیزی سے گزر جائے گا۔ اس لیے اپنے مستقبل کے لیے، اپنے فیوچر کے لیے، اپنے بھوشیہ کے لیے سوچو کہ بڑے ہو کر روزی روٹی کا ذریعہ کیا ہوگا۔ اس لیے ضروری ہے کہ ابھی علم حاصل کرنے کے لیے زیادہ سے زیادہ اور جی توڑ کر محنت کرو۔ سامعین، آپ نے دیکھا کہ یہ کتنی اچھی محمد حسین آزاد کی نظم ہے۔ محمد حسین آزاد کی یہ نظم سادہ، بالکل سمپل لیکن اٹریکٹیو انداز میں، دلکش اور مؤثر پیرائے میں طالب علموں کو محنت کا درس کرنے کا درس دیتی ہے۔ محمد حسین آزاد کی یہ نظم انتہائی سبق آموز اور دل کو چھو لینے والی ہے۔ یہ صرف طالب علموں ہی کے لیے نہیں، یہ پوری کائنات کے انسانوں کے لیے ہے کہ انسان کو سدا محنت کرنے ہی سے کامیابی ملے گی۔ بغیر محنت کیے ہم کامیابی کی منزل کو کبھی نہیں چھو سکتے ہیں۔ ہمیں کامیاب ہونے کے لیے محنت کرنا ضروری ہے۔ اس لیے آئیے ہم عزم کرتے ہیں کہ ہم جس فیلڈ میں بھی رہیں گے، تعلیم اور جس فیلڈ میں بھی، ہم محنت کریں گے۔ بہت بہت شکریہ۔
Are you a fresh graduate? Do you want to fulfill your educational aspiration by pursuing higher education in various interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary areas like environmental science, environment and occupational health, philosophy, sustainability science, folklore and culture studies? If yes, the School of Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies offers various programs like Master's Program, Graduate Program, Postgraduate Diploma, Certificate and Appreciation Program. The school offers 5 Master's Programs. Master of Science, Environmental Science. The eligibility criteria for MSc Environmental Science is Graduate in Science, BTech, BE, Agriculture Graduate, Forestry Graduate and Veterinary Graduate. School also offers Masters in Environment and Occupational Health, Masters in Sustainability Science, Masters in Philosophy and Masters in Folklore and Culture Studies. The eligibility criteria for these 4 Masters programs is graduate in any discipline. The school also offers various socially relevant and need-based PG Diploma programs like PG Diploma in Sustainability Science, PG Diploma in Environment and Occupational Health, PG Diploma in Folklore and Culture Studies and PG Diploma in Migration and Diaspora Studies. The school also offers PG certificate in climate change and Avshist Prabandhan mein Praman Patra. The school also offers 2 doctoral programs, PhD in environmental science and PhD in interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary studies. The school offers various innovative technologies and multimedia for providing a very excellent student support system. The study material is of high quality. The learner support is provided through Gyan Darshan, Gyan Vani, IRC, Swayam Prabha and Swayam channel of IGNOU. For more detail, please log in to IGNOU website. For online admission in these programs, visit school site and also the Samarth online education portal of IGNOU. So please join these programs and fulfill your educational aspiration.
Dear learners and all viewers, I welcome you all in the teleconference session from the School of Agriculture. Topic of this session is Introduction to PG Diploma in Agri Business. I am very happy to inform you that School of Agriculture has started a new program, that is PG Diploma in Agri Business. You are aware that there are lot of scope, there are lot of potential in agriculture sector, and the last 20-30 years we found that lot of changes are taking place in agriculture sectors, particularly how farmers see agriculture now. They look agriculture as a commercial enterprises. They grow the crops to earn more profit, more income. So that type of changes is taking place in agriculture sectors. And the School of Agriculture has started this program with a view to provide the managerial skill in agriculture sectors. Lot of startup activities, entrepreneurial activities are coming up in agriculture sectors. So when we see the importance, significant change in agriculture sectors, and there are various factors which are leading the changes in agriculture sector. One such thing is the commercial enterprises. The commercial entity is is the new concept in agriculture sector. The farmers or agri stakeholders see the agriculture as a commercial entity, because whenever the farmers take the decision about the what type of crop they will grow, how much area they have to allot, they see the market prices, what prices they will fetch when they harvest the crop. So such changes, such attitudinal changes is taking place in agriculture sector. Farmers also look upon the situation of demand and supply, how much demand will be there in agriculture. When we see the vegetable crops or the milk sector, they always look about the demand and supply situation. And over the period of times you will see that consumer preferences about the consumption is also changing. Our diet is changing towards more of fruits and vegetables and milk based products. So consumer preferences is changing, and that's why the demand is coming up from the new areas. And then industrial demand for raw metal is another sector where the lot of capacity or potential is there for the farmers to earn the more. And the lot of changes is taking place. Emerging issues are there, like sustainability agriculture. Some area we found the soil fertility is declining. Some of the area we found new technology is coming up, so that provide many new dimensions in the agriculture sector. I know when we talk about the agriculture sector and when we compare the agriculture sector with other industrial sector or service sectors, we found that there are a lot of challenges in agriculture sector, because it is a biological nature, and therefore there are various risks are there in the agriculture sector, like production risk due to sometimes there is a weather conditions is not suitable for the crops, or sometimes market risk is there. There is a lot of price flexibility is there in the agriculture sectors. So that's a lot of risks are there. So that's why agriculture sector is a more challenging job than the other industrial and the service sector. And that's why many new business are coming up in agriculture sector, because all these challenges provide opportunities to agriculture sector. New emerges enterprises, or the startups are coming up in agriculture sector. Therefore there is a need to provide professional in agriculture sector who have the sufficient the managerial skills. So all these managerial skills we need to provide in agriculture sector with some suitable modification or customization that suit to the agriculture sector. And all this managerial skill will bring the efficiency, effectiveness in agriculture sector, that provide the potential to generate more income and more profit in agriculture sectors. Keeping this aspect to provide the managerial skill in agriculture sector, is in a School of Agriculture has developed this postgraduate diploma in agribusiness. And there are three major objectives for this program. One is to develop the agribusiness professionals in agriculture and food and allied sector. So agriculture is a very wide sector. We have agriculture, crop, fields, fruits and vegetable. There are other allied sectors are also there, like poultry, beekeeping. So there are many other sectors are there, food processing. So all these sectors are also covered in this program. And second objective is to increase the entrepreneurship activities in agriculture sector, particularly among the farmers. The farmers have the small scale holding, and that small scale holding is not sufficient to provide them the sufficient income to maintain a family, a good life. So that's why we need to generate some entrepreneurial activity for the farmers. And the other target groups are the intermediaries or the traders or other stakeholders who are involved in agri enterprise chain, supplying the inputs, supplying marketing of the produce. So all the stakeholders, starting from the farmers, traders, intermediaries, all are there in agri enterprise chain. So we need to provide a entrepreneurial opportunity to them. Then third objective to inculcate or develop managerial skills among the learners who cater to the need of the agriculture sector, who want to work in the agriculture sector. For them we want to provide the managerial skills through this program. And the important target group for this program is the fresh graduates who are interested to pursue the career in agribusiness sectors. Agribusiness may be from the the input supply side, maybe from the marketing of the produce, or maybe in the food processing. So in all aspect, the fresh graduate who want to go in these ventures, we want to target them. Then there are new businesses coming up, that is the contract farming. They can gain the managerial skills to take the enterprises. And there are lot of traders and intermediaries who are dealing with the agriculture produce and products. So they can be our target group for this program. They can take this program as well. And there are, the technicians and managers who are working, in the agro-based industries or enterprises who are basically dealing the agricultural inputs and output. Input means here is the seed, fertilizer, pesticides. Output means the crop output, or the value-added products or processed product. All are this there. Then after completing these programs, self entrepreneur they can become in agriculture sectors. Then the market researcher and managers who are working in agriculture sector, they can take this program. And the professionals who are working in the government and non-government organization, they can take the part in this program. And the when we offer the programs, always there is a program code is there, there is a course code is there. So in anything you do in IGNOU, applying the exam form or you submitting the assignment, you need to have program code. So for this program code is PGDAB. And then for admission, any graduate, from any discipline, they can take the admission. Age is no bar, as like in other programs in IGNOU. Initially, we are offering this program in English medium, and the program duration is 1 year. And suppose the students or learners are not able to complete the program in 1 year, they can complete in the program in 3 years. And program fee is 7,100 for whole program. And then outcome of this program is basically the trained management professional for the agro-based industry. The students who complete these programs, we assume that they will have sufficient managerial skills. They will become the management professional. They can work in the fertilizer industry, they can work in the pesticide industries, seed industries, food processing industry. There are industries related to farm industry. So this program will provide the trained management professional for different agro-based industry. Then this program will also strengthen the agri startup activities, like the organic farming, vermicomposting, contact farming, farmers producers company, agri inputs industry, processing activity, agri marketing activity. For all such activities, there are a lot of scope to start the startup activity, to set up the entrepreneurial activity. So all this activity will be strengthened from this program. And the professional who are already working in this area, who are already working the fertilizer industry or agro-based industry, food processing industry, for them this program will be as a the continuing education program. It will provide their capacity building activity. This program is basically comprised of the 8 courses. There are 7 theory courses and 1 project activity. So all the managerial skills which are required to run a agro-based industry, which are required to operate a agro-based industry, or which are required to be there in the managerial person, all such skills will be provided in this program. And basically we have designed the program that the people get the theory component as well as some hands-on training through the project work. So first course in this program is the fundamental of agriculture, and basically idea behind this course that anybody who are working in the agriculture sector, they should know the basic skills, basic knowledge about the agriculture sector. What are the different types of crops are there, what are the different management practice are required in the agriculture sector, how the crops are grown, what are the different activities taken in the field, like irrigation, soil management, the nutrition management, the pest management. So this first course basically provides a brief about the agriculture sectors. Second course is on the agribusiness management and policy. So in this course basically we define what is agribusiness, how agribusiness is different from the other business. So there is a difference. Agriculture has some special characteristics, like lot of risks are there in the agriculture sector. We cannot produce a identical produce every times, so such type some because of the changing weather conditions and the field reality, so that's why some difference is there from agriculture business and the other business. So that's why, and the second course basically provide an overview of the agri business, the scope of agri business, and what are the different activities we can take in agri business. Then we have also covered the various agri-business policy related to the marketing policy, related to the trading policy, related to the financial support policy, related to the pricing policy. So we have also covered the various agriculture business policy in this course. And third block in this course also basically is on the the various regulations related to trade. So second course is basically agribusiness management and policy. Third course is on managerial economics and finance in agribusiness. Fourth course is on the marketing management and agribusiness. And then principle of agribusiness management, the qualitative and quantitative analysis of agribusiness. And seventh course is on project management in agribusiness, and eighth course is on project management. So we'll have a more detail about the different courses later on. And there are some other aspect, in the programs. Basically we develop the the study materials, and so study materials are sent to the student through the post. Printed material is sent to the student through the post, and we also provide the soft copy of the study material to the learners, and this material is available on the EGNOU course platforms, and the study material is also available on the IGNOU e-content app. And the IGNOU, or in distance education, not only we provide the hard copy, we also provide some counseling sessions. So in these programs of 1 year durations, around 40 counseling sessions can be organized. The objective of the counseling session is to provide some the clarification doubt. If students have some doubt on the content, they are not able to understand, they can go to the study center, they can discuss with the counselor, teacher available. And so clarification or the doubt is the one of the objective of the counseling session. And in the counseling session, they can interact with the students as well. And these counseling sessions are conducted at study center. Sometimes we also organize the counseling session through the web counseling. And the another medium we use for counseling is the radio counseling, is also we conduct. Then we have the Gyan Darshan sessions, like this is the one of the Gyan Darshan session organized for our PG diploma students. And we also develop some audio video programs which basically cater some special topics which are not able to cover in the the hard material or the printed material. And there are different component in the programs. One is the theory component, another is the project work. So the for evaluation, the two types of assessment we do. One is the continuous assessment, another is the term ending examination. So 30% weightage is given to the continuous assignment in the form of the assignment, and then we have the term ending examination. So 70% weightage is going to the term ending examination. Of course, there is one project work is there. The objective of project work is to give some in the field oriented activity to the learners, so they understand the field activities, they analyze the the field situation, and so that's why project work we have given. And passing marks for this program is the 40%. The students or learners, they have to earn 40%, and the in the assignment section, in the term examination, as well as in the project evaluation report. And the students, they have to submit the assignment. For one course there is a one assignment, and so there are 7 theory courses. The student has to prepare the assignment for each course, and this assignment has to be submitted at the respective study center. Each student is provided with the study centers. So this is the the 1 year program. So last date for assignment submission will be the October end. And for term and examination, the students, they have to submit a exam form in the online platform, and while submitting the examination form, they can choose the exam center from the list available in the platform. Once exam center is selected, they cannot change because a lot of operational problems are there. And for this programs, the exam form submission will be open soon. This is the platform for submission of exam form, that is exam.ignou.ac.in. And the examination, 2 hours question paper will be there, and 50 marks will be there for each course, and 40% is the pass percentage. Now little bit we will understand the different courses. So first course is basically fundamentals of agriculture, and this course is designed into 3 blocks, and there are around the 14 units in this program. And this course basically covers the how agriculture evolved over the period of time. Different soil and water practices we do at the field level. We adopt different irrigation and drainage activities, how to manage the soil fertility, and how to control the pest and disease at the field level. So all these aspects are covered in this program. And then we have discussed very briefly the different crops. We have the cereal crops like the rice and wheat. We have covered the coarse grain crops like the barley, maize, sorghum. These are the coarse grain crops are there. There are oilseed crops. There are 9 major oilseed crops: the mustard, groundnut, safflower, sunflower. So all these crops we have covered. And pulses crops, the moong, urad, all such crops are covered in this program. And we have introduced to the different varieties, the crop cultivation practices, the sowing time, the yield, and all the fertilizer management practices. All these activities we have covered for all the field crops. Then we have the horticulture and allied sectors. So fruit production, vegetable production, the flower production, livestock enterprises, and we have also covered the other allied sector like apiculture, sericulture, poultry farming, agroforestry. All these sectors are also covered in this course. Second course is on agribusiness management and policies. We have also earlier discussed about this. So this course is basically provided an overview of agribusiness, how to define the agribusiness, what is the scope of agribusiness. Then we have covered the the agribusiness policy related to the market, trade, all this policy we have covered. Then we have also covered different laws, related to agribusiness. Then third course is basically managerial economics and finance management. And here in this course basically we have discussed how to use the economic principle in agribusiness management. So demand and supply situation, market equilibriums, profit maximization, all these macroeconomic theories, all this concept we have used for agribusiness management. So all these aspects are there. Then we have also covered the the accounting concept, how to do the recording of data, different transaction in the while undertaking the agribusiness activity. So preparation of account, all this activity we have covered in this block course. And we have also covered the agri-finance and risk management. So there are different sources of agricultural finance. If you want to start a new business, you have to arrange the finance. So what are the different sources of agricultural finance are there? And there are different risks is there in agriculture sector, like price risks, production risks, market risks, technological risks. And so how to manage this agriculture risk we have also covered in this program, this course. And then course 4 is on marketing management for agribusiness, and here we have introduced to the basic concept of marketing management. What are the things that form the marketing concept, what is the difference between marketing and sales, how to conduct the marketing research, so how to plan and organize the marketing activity for agriculture business. Then we have also covered typical agriculture marketing practices. So how to, different agriculture marketing, like the mandis, regulation of agriculture market, particularly the agriculture produce market. What are the different government intervention is there through the state trading is one of the, then procurement of agriculture produce by the government. These are the another interventions. So there are different organizations who are working to support the agricultural marketing activity we have covered in this course. And the last block in this course is the strategy, marketing strategies related to the product, related to the price, related to the distributions. So all these aspects we have covered in the course 4, that is the marketing management for agribusiness. Course 5 is basically on the principle of agribusiness management. So in this course, basically, we have tried to incorporate the managerial principles, managerial functions in the agribusiness activities. So what are the different management functions are there, how to define the management concept which can be used for agribusiness activities we have covered in this course. Then human resource management related activities we have covered, how to do the recruitment, selection and training of the human resources, how to develop the human resources for an organization. Then organizational behavior is another important aspect we have covered in this block. And it is very difficult to run an organization very efficiently and effectively. So sometimes there are some conflict is there. So we have to adopt some negotiation strategies, how to develop the leadership in an organization. So what are the different leadership styles are there. So all these aspects we have covered. And then in the last in this course we have covered the information system which are required to run a business organization very efficiently. Course 6 is basically on the qualitative and quantitative analysis for agribusiness. So here we have introduced the concept of research in agribusiness. So what if you want to take some research, we want to analyze some data. So what methodology we follow, what are the different scientific methods we can use in agribusiness research. So level of management, scale of measurement, all these are very important. How to collect the data, what are the different methods of data collections, primary data are there, secondary data are there. So all these aspects we have covered. And then we have also covered the operation research to manage, a business organization or business activities in very efficiently and effectively. And the last course is basically on the project management. So in this course we have introduced about the concept of project formulation, project implementation and project evaluation. And the last course is basically on the project works. So every student, they have to undertake a small research, project based research. So for that purpose they have to prepare a small synopsis. That synopsis has to be submitted for approval at the study centers and regional centers. And after approval of the synopsis, they have to take a small research in the field and they have to prepare the report that has to be submitted for evaluation to the university. So there are 8 courses in this program at total. And the basically PG diploma in agribusiness is intended to provide some managerial skills which required to run a agribusiness organization, agribusiness activity in efficiently, effectively, so that the organization generates some incomes, some profit to a person or a organization. With this, I thank you all. Thank you very much.
Are you a fresh graduate? Do you want to fulfill your educational aspiration by pursuing higher education in various interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary areas like environmental science, environment and occupational health, philosophy, sustainability science, folklore and culture studies? If yes, the School of Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies offers various programs like master's program, graduate program, postgraduate diploma, certificate and appreciation program. The school offers 5 master's programs. Master of Science, Environmental Science. The eligibility criteria for MSc Environmental Science is graduate in Science, BTech, BE, Agriculture graduate, Forestry graduate and Veterinary graduate. School also offers Masters in Environment and Occupational Health, Masters in Sustainability Science, Masters in Philosophy and Masters in Folklore and Culture Studies. The eligibility criteria for these 4 master's programs is graduate in any discipline. School also offers various socially relevant and need-based PG diploma program like PG diploma in sustainability science, PG diploma in environment and occupational health, PG diploma in folklore and culture studies and PG diploma in migration and diaspora studies. The school also offers PG certificate in climate change and Avshist Prabandhan mein Pramar Patra. The school also offers 2 doctoral programs, PhD in environmental science and PhD in interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary studies. The school offers various innovative technologies and multimedia for providing a very excellent student support system. The study material is of high quality. The learner support is provided through Gyan Darshan, Gyan Vani, IRC, Swayam Prabha and Swayam channel of IGNOU. For more detail, please log in to IGNOU website. For online admission in these programs, visit school site and also the Samarth online education portal of IGNOU. So please join these programs and fulfill your educational aspiration.
Namaskar, dear learners and the audience. I welcome you to the session on Introduction to Diploma in Meat Technology program. So, the School of Agriculture, Indira Gandhi National Open University is offering this Diploma in Meat Technology program in July session 2022. So, I welcome all the students of Diploma in Meat Technology program who have already taken admission in this program in January session and also in July session. So before going into the detail of the features of this diploma program, I'd like to discuss about whether there is any need of this kind of educational program in our country at all. Means whether there is scope for these diploma holders to get a job or start their new business. So whether this program will help them to do any activity. So to know that whether there is requirement for trained human resource for diploma holders in this area, in meat technology area, in our country, we must have the idea of the present status of the meat industry and also whether there is any scope for the meat industry to grow in future in India. So for any industry, whether to establish the industry, start the industry or run the industry or for future growth, the industry needs to have at least the raw materials needed for the industry. Then the infrastructure, what is required for that starting of that industry and maintaining that industry. Then there should be also the demand for the product which will be produced by the industry. There should be enough sufficient numbers of trained human resource to take the activities in the industry, and the government policies and schemes which can help, which can facilitate the industry to run and grow. So the first thing, if we see whether there is enough resource material, raw materials for the meat industry in India. So the raw material which is needed by the Indian meat industry is the meat animals. That means first thing, we need to have meat animals. Whether India is having sufficient number of meat animals, my answer will be yes. Because India is the largest producer of livestock in the world. India produces almost more than 523 millions of large and small animals. Just to name, it's sheep, goat, pig, buffalo, all these animals. Number is more than 523 million every year. And more than 850 millions of poultry in a year. So India is having very good source of raw material for the meat industry. The second thing is that whether there is infrastructure available for the meat industry. Yes, the infrastructures are available. There are many thousands of registered and licensed slaughterhouses and meat shops in our country, though the condition of all the slaughterhouses may not be good. They may not be maintaining the good hygienic quality for say production of the meat and meat products, but there are good number of slaughterhouses and the meat shops available in India. So after that, if we see whether there is any demand for the product of this meat industry. So product of the meat industry is firstly the fresh meat, the chilled meat, the frozen meat, or the meat products, ready to eat product, ready to cook products, ready to eat products like the sausage, balls, meatballs, nuggets, the kebab, kofta, patties, tandoori, all these products, whether there is a need for these meat products or not. So if you see at the domestic level, the national market and the international market, there is good demand for the Indian meat products. Because of the changing lifestyle, because of the changing food habits of the younger generation, because of higher disposable income in the household, because of the urbanization. So there is huge demand for different convenience food products, and that's also true for meat products. So people are looking for different ready to cook or ready to eat meat products. So there is a demand in the national market. And if you see the data of the ICMR, that is Indian Council for Medical Research, you would see that the ICMR recommends that every meat-eating person in our country should have at least 34 grams of meat per head per day. But the availability, if you see, we are getting only 15 grams of meat per head per day. So that means there is a wide gap between the demand and the supply, means requirement and the supply. So the Indian meat industry has good scope to grow, enough space to grow. And if you see the export potential of Indian meat industry, right now the country is exporting meat to many countries, more than 60 countries, especially just to name a few: Malaysia, Thailand, Japan. In the Middle East, we are exporting to Oman, Yemen, Iraq, Iran. So there is good demand for Indian meat in the international market also because of various reasons. Few reasons are like the Indian meat is available at cheaper price. Indian meat is lean meat of type. That means meat is having less fat, which is also required by very healthy people. Again, Indian meat is free from some of the dangerous diseases which can be communicated from animals to human through consumption of meat. For example, mad cow disease. India is free of mad cow disease. So the foreign countries are ready to accept the meat from India if we can maintain the good quality, the hygienic quality, the standards, and if we can produce safe meat and meat products, we will be able to export to many more countries in future. So there is very good demand for the meat and meat products in our country. So we have raw materials, we have infrastructures, we do have demands for the meat products, and if you see the government policies and schemes, those are also facilitating the meat industry to grow. There are provisions for improvement of the modernization of the slaughterhouses. There are provisions for government help for modernization of the meat shops. So government is also helping the meat industry to grow. So the last thing I'd like to mention, that for doing all the activities for ensuring the quality of the meat and meat products, to making the meat safe for human consumption, what the meat industry needs to have is the trained human resource. That means they need to have someone who is having the knowledge of meat technology. So if you see at managerial level in the meat industry, presently they are having the postgraduate degree holders, and in a very few universities or college or institutions in our country which are producing the technician level human resource for the meat industry. If you see the technician level or supervisor level or the worker level workers who are working in the meat industry, they are not having any professional training in this area. So for developing the technician level human resource for meat industry, you need to have one diploma or certificate level program. So this is a kind of that diploma program, diploma in meat technology, which IGNOU is offering in both the sessions in July and January session. So from this information, I could say that there is a requirement for trained human resource in Indian meat industry, and this program will help the students to get a job or start their own business in India in meat and meat products area. So now we'll see what are the objectives of this diploma program. So this program has been developed in collaboration with the Ministry of Food Processing Industries, Government of India. IGNOU has developed this program with certain objectives. First thing is to educate the people for scientific handling of meat and meat products. If you see the condition of the roadside meat shop, many times you will see that they are not maintaining the quality of the maintaining the hygienic quality of meat and meat products. So they need to be trained. So the common people, they also need to be sensitized about the different hygienic aspects of meat production. So this is the one of the objective. Another objective is to develop human resource for the meat industry and also for the associated activities. Associated activities like the meat industry would generate various animal byproducts, like from slaughter of the animals will get the skin, the fat, the blood, bone, etc., which are animal byproducts. That will also be utilized by the byproducts industry. So there will be also requirement for the trained human resource. Then another objective of this program is to train the personnel for self-employment. So many of the students who have already passed, they have started their own business. So the future students also, they can take admission in this program. They can get the training, the knowledge, theory knowledge and practical knowledge and skills they can develop, and they can start their own business. So they can be self-employed. Another objective of this program is to upgrade the technical proficiency of the workers or the meat handlers who are already working in meat industry or poultry processing industry. So who are working in the industry but not having any professional training, so not having any certificate or diploma, they can also enroll in this program and they can get the skill development through this academic program. So who can take admission in this diploma program? Any 10+2 pass outs, whether the person is from commerce background, science background or arts background, they can take admission in this diploma program. And this program is meant for mainly the unemployed youth, the farmers, the meat processor, the poultry processors, the meat handlers working in the meat industry. So they can take admission in this program. And the minimum duration of the program is 1 year, maximum is 3 years. That means a person can complete this diploma program and get the diploma after completion, successful completion of 1 year. If the person cannot complete within 1 year, the person will get time till 3rd year of the registration. Registration will be valid till 3rd year of admission, and the person can complete the program in maximum 3 years time. And the medium of instruction, you can see that the program is available in 2 mediums, Hindi and English. Now we'll see the program structure. In this diploma program, this is 1 year diploma program. The program is of 32 credits. And there is 50% weightage to theory, 50% to practical. Because the person will get training through this program, the person will be joining a meat industry or start their own business. They need to have some practical experience. They need to learn something by doing the practicals. So that's why we have kept the weightage for the theory and practical as 50% and 50%. So there will be 16 credits of theory and 16 credits of practical. So just to make the person employable and make the person capable enough to start own business in meat area, meat processing, meat packaging, meat distribution area. So person needs to have the knowledge in theory and practical knowledge in different subjects areas. Starting from, the person needs to know how the meat animals are reared, so how their meat animals are produced, then how they are slaughtered in a slaughterhouse, how the meat is produced, how the meat is then preserved, how the meat is transported, how different kinds of meat products are produced, what is to be done to package the meat and meat products, how we can assure the quality of the meat and meat products, what are the different types of animal byproducts that may be available from slaughter of the animals or from the industry, how to treat the wastes which is generated in the meat industry, and ultimately if wants to start business, what to do, how to develop the entrepreneurial skills, what information the person needs to have. So keeping in mind all these, actually the program has been designed in such a way that there are 8 courses. The person will get the knowledge and skills development through these 8 courses. All these 8 courses are integrated courses. That means the course is having theory and practical component. Each of these courses having theory and practical component. So you can see there are a list of 8 courses. Now first I'll discuss about the first course, that is the fundamentals of food and meat science. As the eligibility of the admission criteria for this program, diploma program, is just the 10+2 pass outs. That means the person may come from science, arts or commerce background. So the person the student need to have a basic idea of the fundamentals of the food and meat science. When the student will learn about the meat processing, meat production, meat packaging, they need to know the basics of the food science and meat science. Basic, I mean to say the basics of biochemistry, that is chemistry of the food, chemistry of the meat. That means what is the composition of the meat, so means butter, fat, carbohydrate, proteins, what is there in the meat or in any food. Then the person will also know about the nutrition aspect. That means after consuming the meat, how the meat or other foods get digested in our system. Sorry. So that is the nutrition component. Then the person will also learn about the microbiological component. Microbiology is very important for meat products because meat is highly perishable product. If we keep meat room temperature for a long time, we can't keep it, gets spoiled. So for protecting, it gets spoiled because it gets contaminated by different microbes, maybe bacteria, virus, parasites or fungus. Even when we consume the contaminated meat, we also get infection from the meat or any types of contaminated food. So from that aspect, actually microbiology is very important. So students will learn about the microbiology in theory part. In practical, the students will learn how to do how to calculate the chemical composition, how to estimate the chemical composition of the meat, how to estimate moisture, sorry, crude protein, fat, ash content in meat. Then for knowing the load, microbial load in a meat or meat products, the students need to do the microbiological test of the meat product, meat sample. So they will learn how to collect the sample, how to transport the sample, how to prepare the media culture, how to incubate the culture, how to count the microbes in the media. So all these things they will be learning in the practicals of the first course. Second course is about the meat animals and abattoir practices. So actual training of this meat technology diploma program starts in the second course. The students will learn what are the conventional meat animals like the pig, sheep, goat, buffalo, what are the conventional meat animals, what are the non-conventional meat animals like rabbit, quail, emu, so which are available in India, how they are reared, what is their housing, feeding and breeding methods. Then they will learn about the abattoir. Abattoir is nothing but the slaughterhouse. That means where the meat animals are slaughtered to produce the meat. So they will learn about the slaughterhouse components. Then they will learn how to select the good quality of meat animals for meat productions and how these animals are handled during transportation from the farmer's house to the slaughterhouse. Then they will learn how the animals get slaughtered, whether as per the religion or whether as per the other systems like religious systems like the halal slaughter or kosher slaughter or jhatka slaughter, and other methods where the animals are made unconscious before slaughter like the human slaughter. The students will learn about different slaughter practices in this course. And you will also learn how the meat animals are inspected or examined by the veterinary doctor before slaughter, and after slaughter also how the meat is inspected by a veterinary doctor. So about this ante-mortem and post-mortem inspection, meat inspection, the students will learn in this second course. In the practical, the students will visit a slaughterhouse, means meat industry. They'll prepare a report. They'll also observe how the ante-mortem and post-mortem examination is done and what are the dressing techniques, slaughter and dressing techniques for different groups of meat animals. Third course is about the fresh meat technology. That means after slaughter of the animals, the meat we get from the slaughter of the animal, that is the fresh meat. So the students will learn about the different aspects of fresh meat. Firstly, the composition of the fresh meat. They need to know the structure and composition of the muscle. As you know, the meat is obtained from the muscle. So first thing they will learn about the structure of the muscle, then the composition of the meat. They will also learn about the different qualities of meat, whether the meat qualities which are important for the consumers, like we like the color of the meat, we like the flavor of the meat, or the tenderness or juiciness of the meat. So these are the sensory qualities of the meat. For meat processors, some other characteristics, some other qualities are important. For example, pH of the meat is important for the food processor, meat processor. The water holding capacity of the meat is also important for the processor. So all these processing qualities or sensory qualities or hygienic or microbiological qualities of meat, the students will learn in this course. Then they will also learn about the storage, transport of the meat and means fresh meat, whether the storage through chilling process or freezing process, the students will be learning in this course. In the practical of this third course, the students will learn how to grade and cut the different meat carcass into the wholesale cuts or retail cuts. In the practicals, they will learn about the cutting and grading of different groups of meat animals. They will also learn how to determine pH and water holding capacity and identification of meat. The fourth course is about the processed meat technology. That means the students will learn what are the processing principles, meat processing principles, maybe preparation, emulsion preparation, curing, salting, drying, cooking, different kinds of meat processing technologies, principles they will learn. They will learn what are the different additives which are used along with the meat to prepare some products. They will learn about the preparation of different traditional Indian meat products and also some exotic meat products. In the practicals, the students will learn how to prepare different meat products like the sausage, the meatballs, the nuggets, the patties, the kebab, ham, bacon, pickle, meat pickle. So they will all learn all these processing steps in the laboratory. Then the fifth course is about the meat packaging and quality assurance. That is very important because, as I mentioned, the meat is a highly perishable products that needs to be packaged properly by different methods. Then the sensory evolution is also there in the fifth course, and quality assurance. Very, very important is the quality assurance because after consumption of the meat, we should not get sick. The meat has to be very safe and hygienic. So we have to maintain the quality of the meat and meat product. In the practicals, they will be doing some practicals on packaging materials, sealing machines, different packaging methods like vacuum packaging, modified atmosphere packaging. They will also be doing some practicals on sensory evolution of the meat products and for the quality assurance of the meat products. Sixth course is about the poultry products technology. There is one specific course which is dedicated for the poultry products. In poultry products, they will study about the egg and meat, both poultry meat. So they will know how to preserve, how to collect, how to package the eggs and poultry meat, and how to prepare different poultry meat products. Practical also, they will be doing some practicals on evaluation of the quality of the eggs, evaluation on the quality of the poultry carcass, poultry meat, the preparation of some of the egg products, egg pickle preparation, then tandoori chicken, chicken sausage, chicken patties preparation. And the seventh course, if you see the structure of the second course, that is about the utilization of the animal byproducts. As I mentioned at the beginning, that from the slaughter of the animal will get number of animal byproducts. So we get skin, we get blood, bone, fat, horn, hoof, different organs. Some of the organs are very good source of some of the pharmaceutical products or medicines. So for proper utilization of all these byproducts, the students need to learn how to collect the byproducts, how to handle the byproducts, how to process the byproducts. So this course is dedicated for that purpose only. The students will learn the different utilization of the different animal byproducts, and they will also study how to take care of the waste which is generated in the meat industry, because the waste is very harmful if without processing that waste, water, waste effluent, the liquid material and the solid material is thrown into the ground in the agricultural land or in the river. So the students need to know how to properly process the effluent, the wastewater and the waste solids which are generated in the meat industry. In the practicals, they will be doing some practicals to prepare some of the animal byproducts like the blood meal, bone meal, meat meal. They will know how to collect the glands for primary preservation, which will be used in the pharmaceutical industry for medicinal purpose. They'll also learn how to preserve the hides and skins for the leather industry. Eighth course is about the marketing and entrepreneurship. That is very important, means who are interested to have their own business after completion of this diploma program. They need to have knowledge of the livestock market, meat markets, different marketing channels, marketing concepts. They also need to develop the entrepreneurial skills to start any business. So all these things will be discussed in the 8th course or the last course. In the practical also, they will be doing some practicals to know how to prepare a project for starting a business of meat industry related to meat and meat processing, and what are the sources of finances, what are the different government schemes that may help them to start their business. If they are getting loan from bank to start the business, how to prepare the loan amortization plan, everything will be discussed in the practical. So after successful completion of this diploma program, we are expecting that the students will have job opportunities in meat industry. Maybe they can be the animal procurement supervisor, meat processing technician, byproducts plant technician, maybe poultry processing technician, packaging supervisor, marketing, distribution, store assistant, and they can also be entrepreneur in meat and meat processing or egg industry. So after getting the admission in these programs, the students will get the support activities. IGNOU will be providing the support activities, like the IGNOU will be sending the books, self-learning material for theory and practical component. There will be counseling sessions, academic counseling at the program study center or study centers, where the students will attend the theory and practical counseling. Then there will be online counseling, audiovisual learning aids, and also teleconferencing like today's program, and there will also be radio counseling. So for examination, the students need to know the evaluation methodology. So this is a one-year diploma program. First term examination will be conducted after 1 year. That means the students who have taken admission last January 2022, they will appear for the examination in coming December 2022. So the theory component is having two components, theory part, that is continuous assessment, and the term examination. And the weightage for continuous assessment, that is the assignment, the students have to write assignments, and the weightage for the assignment is only 20%, and the term examination weightage is 80%. And for the practical also, practical is having two components, guided and unguided. Guided means the counselor will help the students to do the practicals. So that is the guided practical, which is having 30% weightage, and the unguided, that is the examination of the practicals, that is having 70% weightage. And for the practicals counseling, actually 75% attendance is compulsory. Admission is now open. Admission is through online. So whoever is interested in taking admission in this educational program, Diploma in Meat Technology program, please visit our website, IGNOU website, that is www.ignou.ac.in. There you will find the link for the ODL programs, admission to ODL programs. And for further information, if you need further information about this program, you may contact us, the School of Agriculture, Block G, Academic Complex, IGNOU. And you can call us at 011-2957-2972 and or 2957-2973 number. You can directly write us email, or you can call us for further information. And I hope that the students, the learners who have already taken admission in January session or July session in this diploma program, they got little bit idea about the features of the program, what are the program structure, what are the courses they will be learning, and how they will be getting the counseling at the study centers, what will be their evaluation methodology, how to prepare assignments, how to submit assignment, everything. I think they have got a little bit idea. And thank you so much for watching this program. If any one of you are interested, or anyone in your family or your friend are interested in this diploma program, please visit IGNOU website. The admission is going on. Admission is open for July session. Thank you so much once again for watching this program. Thank you.
A warm welcome to IGNOU. If you are creative, if you can write well, and if you can visualize, mass communication is the correct career option for you. I am going to talk about postgraduate diploma in journalism and mass communication, which is also the first year of MA program in journalism and mass communication. So any learner who has done a postgraduate diploma in journalism and mass communication is eligible to take admission straight away into the second year of our master's program in journalism and mass communication. Duration to complete this program is minimum 1 year, and because we have this inherent flexibility in distance education system, you can take up to 3 years to complete this program. The minimum eligibility criteria for taking admission in this program is bachelor's in any discipline. To give you a glimpse of what are the various components of this program, we begin with telling you what mass communication is, what are the various areas, various branches of mass communication. Then we go on to tell you about the various reporting techniques and beats of reporting, followed by media ethics, the principles, the codes of conduct that you must follow, and we also focus on the writing skills and editing skills for print media. Now this program comprises of 8 courses of 4 credits each. 25% of the entire program is practical based. So we have 6 theory courses and 2 practical courses. This program is so designed so that it will be able to make you more employable in the market. So it helps you build a career in print media, in radio, television, new media, as well as the allied subjects of mass communication, which could be media marketing, advertising, public relations and corporate communications, event management. This can also help you become an entrepreneur in areas like photography or having your own production house and so on. So I hope that you will be excited to join this program, and we will be waiting to welcome you here in IGNOU.
Hello viewers, welcome to the teleconferencing session on Diploma in Horticulture. This is a new program where we are launched recently within 2 years, and this program is on horticulture. As you know that the horticulture is a very important specialization of agriculture. So this diploma program has been prepared to target the audience in the area of horticulture, and also to provide good skills in the area of horticulture, to make you employable, to make you entrepreneurial in the area of horticulture. And the horticulture, as we know, that the most important discipline of agriculture, and this horticulture is a science and art both, and it covers particularly the growing of fruit crops, vegetable crops, flowering crops. But few of the other side effects like aesthetic value of an area can be maintained or improved with the help of horticulture. So this is a new dimension which has been added, and in this particular class, aesthetics, we are also developing lawns, gardens in situ, where they can be developed at a place where sufficient avenues exist, like rock garden and other kinds of garden which you will find in this course. We all know that the India is the second largest producer of fruit and vegetable in the world. So you can understand the importance of horticulture in this country, and we have n number of fruit crops, n number of vegetable crops growing in different parts of the country, ranging from coastal to mountainous region, from desert to cold desert, and also desert to the highest rainfall areas. The vegetables are grown, fruits are grown, and also the flowers are grown. So the horticulture is very important discipline of agriculture, and this sector has huge potential for the export. If you see the revenue generated in the agricultural commodities, then this horticultural products occupies at a significant position in all commodities. Right now, the horticulture alone contributes to the tune of 33% of the total agricultural GDP contribution in the Indian economy. And which, if you can just think about that, a sector of agriculture contributes 33% in its income generation or contribution to the national economy by merely occupying the 18% of the total cropped area. So we can understand that the horticulture has high value performance, high value commodities, and accordingly it contributes significantly in the total contribution made by agriculture to the Indian economy. The Government of India during year 2020-21 has launched the integrated mission for integrated development of horticulture, and through this particular mission the government has tried to bring out the innovative technologies, the scientific technologies from lab to farmers field for adoption, and it has given empowerment to the horticultural growers. So considering the importance of horticulture and its potential in this country, the Indira Gandhi National Open University thought to devise a program, and this program was funded by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India. The program name is Diploma in Horticulture, and this program aims to build a skill and entrepreneurial capability among various stakeholders. Those who are engaged in agriculture, those who wish to take up their career in horticulture, they can enroll in this program. So if you are interested to grow fruit or grow vegetable or grow flowers, or even sometimes the floral arrangement is one of the emerging areas in the horticulture, where you can buy the flowers from market and you can prepare their arrangements in different forms, and that can be sold with good remunerative price. So any 12 pass student can enroll in this program. If you see the objectives of this program, there are 3 objectives of this program. The first objective highlights about educating the secondary pass students about the horticulture. Since the basic eligibility criterion is 12th pass, therefore any +2 pass student can enroll in this program from rural areas or from urban areas, and they can pursue their career in the horticulture through this program. The second objective highlights to build human resources at supervisor, gardener, entrepreneur, and middle technician in the area of horticulture. We know that presently the horticultural work engages different kinds of manpowers, like gardeners or malis, what we call in the common terminology, the supervisors who are head malis or who are above the malis, and of course the horticulturist and horticulture supervisors are other positions which are currently operative in the government system. So those all kinds of professionals who are engaged in the horticultural work or development, they can benefit from this course. This course has been designed to impart knowledge, skill and entrepreneurial capability among the stakeholders. The third objective is to develop entrepreneurship in horticulture. Now, horticulture offers huge entrepreneurial avenues, right from selling fresh fruit to processed fruit. We know that during season the fruit and vegetable productions are little bit higher side, and many a times farmers are not able to sell them in the local market or market available in their locality. So being the perishable in nature, the products goes waste. So what is recommended is that you can go for limited processing at the that can be created at the farmers field. If you see the Indian agricultural development since past, you will find that the agricultural produce, including the horticultural produce, have been processed at the farmers field, at the farmers household, with minimum mechanical requirement, with maximum traditional wisdom for their upkeep, for their utilization in off-season period. So even sometimes they are also available for the marketing purposes. So you can go for limited processing with limited available resources that will curtail the wastage of your fresh products. This particular program contains 5 courses. Now I would like to just highlight that what are the features of these individual courses, so that you are aware that entire package, that is the diploma in horticulture, what it offers, what kind of information, what kind of skills it can offer. So to begin with, the first course is basic horticulture. It is only theory course. It only highlights about the importance of horticulture with respect to income generation, with respect to our nutritional security, the status of horticulture in this country as well as in world, and also how the horticulture is significant for the income generation and ecology and nutritional security, of course. And if you see further, then it also highlights the climatic conditions required for the horticultural crops in general, not particularly. But as you go inside the course, other courses of this program, you will see that there are crop based information given. So in that particular topic, on that particular unit, you will see that what are the specific recommendations, what are the specific requirements available or given for growing a particular crop. So if you see the units which are available in this particular course, the importance and scope of horticulture, soil and climate, nutrient, water and weed management, cultural practices, soil requirements for horticultural crops and climatic requirements for horticultural crops. These 6 units shall make you aware about the basic requirements for the horticultural crops. So what are those basic requirements? Like what kind of soils are there? If suppose you have got a specific type of soil, what kind of plants you can go for? What kind of vegetable crops you can go for? What kind of flowering crops you can go for? So likewise, you have to see that your soil is good enough to support the kind of plant you have chosen, the kind of crop you have chosen. So the cultural practices are very important aspect in this area, in the horticulture area. So cultural practices are to be learnt by learning this unit, and then you can apply those cultural practices at the right time with right resources, with right method, so that you can harvest maximum amount of the production from your crop. The course second is production technology of fruit crops. It is the second course and deals with the important fruit crop production, and it focuses on production technology only. As I have already spoken, that there are courses, there are contents which will highlight individual crop wise, fruit crop wise production technology. It has theory and practical both component. So if you see the units which are there in the course 2, like temperate fruits, the fruit crops which require little less temperature compared to medium temperature available in this country. So the areas like Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh and part of northeastern states, They are temperate region, high mountainous region or submountainous region. They are called temperate zones. So there you grow apple, pear, peach and plum. Subtropical condition which are little milder in temperature. So mango, banana, citrus, grape, lychee and jamun, guava and pomegranate, sapota and jackfruit. And similarly, this course also contains information about tropical fruits and arid fruits. Tropical means it is towards where humidity is less comparatively to subtropical condition and temperature is higher. Arid is completely dry area like Rajasthan, part of Gujarat and part of even Punjab and Haryana also. So in those areas you can grow like ber, amla, bale, date palm. And in tropical areas you can go for pineapple, papaya, cashew, coconut. But dear viewer, we all know that in the present era of scientific interventions, there are varieties being released for each and every crop which are having wide adaptability. Means traditionally if the crop is grown suppose in subtropical, right now due to scientific interventions even they can be grown in the arid zone also with limited watering facilities or limited temperature improvement. Sometimes these varieties can also be grown in the controlled conditions like polyhouses, greenhouses to fetch the marketing demand. So this is all about the second course. Second course is specifically dealing with the production of fruit crops. The third course of this program deals with the vegetable crops, and it has again both theory and practicals. In theory you will be taught about the different practices, and in practical you will be taught about the different kinds of the hands-on, different kinds of the the processes which are involved in the production like sowing, weeding, application of manure, identification of vegetable crops, and of course the harvesting, packaging and marketing. So this particular course has units like winter vegetable crops primarily like potato, tomato, brinjal, all those. Summer and rainy season crops. Again, they are classified into categories like major vegetable crops which are grown in wider area of land compared to minor vegetable crops. In minor, particularly the winter vegetable crops like radish, carrot, garlic. And the minor vegetables are those vegetables which are consumed in lesser quantities compared to the major vegetables. So again, they are classified depending upon their season of adaptability. So summer and rainy season vegetables consist of cluster bean, French bean and Indian bean. Summer vegetables, bitter gourd, sponge gourd, snake gourd, and sweet potato and colocasia are the independent group of vegetables which are grown during different seasons. So they can be grown during most of the seasons, I would say, because they are partly perennial. They are even biennial also. So they can withstand against the different seasons. The other vegetable crops also grown like broccoli, lettuce, turnip. So, and the most important aspect for the viewers who are watching this particular teleconferencing session, if they belong to the urban areas, they can go for kitchen gardening. If they have space in their backyard or even also for terrace gardening, they can go for kitchen gardening. So information has been given about kitchen gardening also because many preparations are required, many kind of interventions are required for kitchen gardening. And again, under the class of other vegetable crops, we have summer and rainy season crops like muskmelon, watermelon, round melon, pointed gourd, drumstick, tapioca, yam, elephant, foot yam, asparagus, etc. So you will see that this particular program will try to give you much information. Of course, we cannot say that we are giving information about all the crops, but we are giving information about majority of the vegetable crops which are available in this country, and they are prominently contributing in the individual farmer's income also. So we have tried our level best to give those information which will empower you to be an entrepreneur in the area of horticultural crops. The course fourth consists of primarily the flower crop production as well as the landscaping. The flower crop production is a very simple aspect as usual, like other crops, fruit and vegetables, you can grow them. But landscaping is real and a skill oriented aspect. So this particular course deals with the cultivation of different flowering crops grown in various seasons, and it also deals with floral arrangements and food processing. So even flower processing is also part of it, where you can dry the flowers or you can extract their essence also. The landscaping is another important aspect of this course, and it has both theory and practical components. The course 4 is, as I have already spoken, that it is completely dedicated to the flower cultivation as well as the landscaping. Therefore, if you combine both of these components together, then you can just think about that this course provides information about improving aesthetic of an area, aesthetic of a particular landmass, aesthetic of a particular ecology. So if you see the units which are primarily available in the course 4, then we have cut flower. There is a group of flower which are used in under the cut flower conditions, like major cut flower like carnation, chrysanthemum, gerbera, statice and rose. You might be observing that these flowers are very much available in the bouquets, in the floral arrangements which are available or made at several ceremonies like marriages or sometimes the other functions which are completed with the help of flower arrangement. Iris bulbus, this is another very important cut flower, and Lilium guino, it is a high value flower crop, and Narcissus. So orchids and Anthurium, Alastomeria and Gladiolus, Tuberose and Tulip, these are the major 5 group of major cut flowers. Of course, there are many subclasses also further, but primarily if you see the pattern of the consumption of the flowers for different purposes as cut flowers, then these particular group of the flowers combined collectively constitute more than 90% of the flower requirement that is used as cut flower. If you see the luge flower, I mean the flower which are used by making them luge, their petals are taken out, their petals are separated, and then it is used like marigold, china aster, jasmine, gaillardia and crossandra. These are the 3 group of flowers which are used as loose flowers. Therefore, we must know that the qualities of the flowers for our uses. If they belong to cut flowers, they should be used like cut flowers. If they belong to the loose flower group, they should be used as a loose flower. And of course, uses are there for each and every flowers. Now, the another aspect that is covered in this particular course is lawn. So how you are going to develop a lawn and how you are going to manage a lawn. Nowadays, you might have observed that people are so much enthusiastic to develop their backyard into lawn for their leisure purposes, for their utilization. And once they have developed it, they need to undertake supervisory activities so that they are maintained properly. They are maintained without losing the grasses. So lawn establishment and its maintenance are important aspect of this particular course. Now again coming to, since this course is dedicated to flowering crops and the landscaping, then there are several other flowers which are season specific, like annual and bedding plants. Winter bedding flowers like Antirrhinum, Gypsophila, Calendula, Phlox, Candytuft, Godetia, Clarkia. These are the winter bedding flowers which we have categorized all the annuals and bedding plants into three categories, and particularly during winter season maximum number of crop varieties are available, crop species are available, for flowering purposes. So we have classified them into 3 categories: winter bedding flower first, second and third. And you can see that we have included almost more than 20 flowering plant species which are available during winter season, and they are called bedding annuals because they can be grown with intensity. Their population requirement is huge. Until and unless we grow them into an intensed manner or in a very closed manner, their effect is not visible. I mean, the impact will not be visible. Therefore, they can be grown in a small bed for a longer size, and then their effect is seen. Their flowering qualities are observed. So we have some flowers for winter and rainy season also, like cosmos, saponaria, vedalia, balsam, tithonia, genia, sunflower, etc., which we grow as a bedding plant, but largely the crops are available for winter season. And we have herbaceous borders also, like kochia, and also some of the other plants like this duranta. They are grown for herbaceous purposes. They remain green. Here we don't use them for flowering purposes. Rather, their leaf colors are used to create a herbaceous border, a border of herbs, a border of plants. So similarly, there are indoor plants also, like cactus and other succulents. Now for their growing, what kind of environment is required, what are the cacti and succulent plant species available for indoor purposes, we have given information about this. And the practical part of this course will tell you or will enable you to make yourself skilled to handle these crops. And there are certain bulbous crop also which can be grown indoor. So there are certain woody ornament. Woody means their stem consists of woods. They are not herbaceous, they are not soft, rather they are little bit tighter. So woody ornament trees, there are certain plants which have habits of growing like a tree. Certain shrubs are there, certain climbers are there, and palms and conifers, we know that how much they are effective in our indoor planting or indoor aesthetic values. Now coming to landscaping. If you see landscaping, it is a very wider area of our horticulture, and it is also highly sought after profession in the modern days, where we are developing the lawns, improving the aesthetic of an area, and simultaneously also it is essential for restoring the ecology of a particular land mass. So if you see under this landscaping group of units, the landscaping, its principal element and adornment, garden designs, particularly their type and styles, rock garden, water garden, indoor gardens, cacti and succulents, terrarium, bottle garden, tray landscape garden, terrace garden. Here the terrace garden, ladies and gentlemen, is given just to improve the aesthetic. It is not for the purpose of any product that is consumed. I mean, it is not for the growing vegetable or fruit. Rather, here the terrace garden is given specifically for the growing of flower crops to improve your aesthetic of your terrace. Hanging basket and flower arrangement. This is another important part of our landscaping, or what we call improving the aesthetic of a place. Suppose you have got a balcony, you can create the hanging basket and just hang them in your balcony. That will improve the aesthetic value of your balcony. You can sit and enjoy like you are sitting in a garden or in a place where we have plants, where flowering plants are available, as well as some plants which are beautiful in their leaf color and other thing. So the course 5 is the last course, and this particular course is dedicated to the plant propagation and nursery management. All the courses like fruit, vegetable and flower, they cannot be complete without this course, because for creating the nursery you need to know the skills of taking up a nursery, to maintaining a nursery, to grow a plant sapling, to propagate a plant sampling. Here you will be taught about the skills of plant propagation, skills of nursery management, and it has again both theory and practical components. Like if you see under the plant propagation methods, We have described the methods like sexual method of plant propagation, that is basically done with the help of seeds. So we know that seeds have limited use for plant propagation. They cannot be modified in terms of their genetic setup once they are planted. Of course, with the help of certain pollination management, we can create certain traits in the plants, but that has very limited use. So generally asexual plant propagation is recommended for creating plants in the horticultural crops, and nowadays it is very prominent, like layering, layering, grafting, budding. These are the prominent techniques of asexual. And nursery management, of course, it will teach you about the types and components of nursery tools and equipment, establishment of nursery. So this is all about this particular program, Diploma in Horticulture. The admission is open presently up to 31st July. Please enroll in this course, and if you need any information, you can email to the soa@ignou.ac.in, or you can contact by writing to the Director, School of Agriculture at Maidan Garhi at IGNOU campus. Thank you very much. The enrollment is open.